Someday. Someday. Some future dawn. As we return to dawn of man, there's humans. Humans and friend wolf, as you do. So this community left off having survived a couple of years and recently mostly broken into the Mesolithic. Just now figured out that more plants are edible than they thought. Learned of crushing. Please wear pants before committing to dragging a log all the way across. Alright, I guess you're bringing it to the fire. Please don't die of frostbite while porting a log over to the hearth to go warm up. Or... Look, Jargle is old. Sometimes even he doesn't know why he does things. Yeah, you can rest. As always, the need for more skin surrounds us. We have an abundance of stone and bone tools. And most of clothing. Only there were some way to go beyond skin. Or just to get more skin. In winter, skin is scarce. Still though, things are doing alright. Food is abundant, housing is there. We are constantly depleting our supply of flint. Really need to make our way to some sort of flint alternative. Nah, this can wait. We're short one skin. And winter is nearly over. Things will warm up, and then we carry on from there. Yeah, mining would open the door to more rocks. There could be more rocks under the dirt. Depending on the season, rocks might hibernate. Could be whole vast orbs of untapped resources. Mining, thatching, wells, walls. Goats, sheep, and hogs. From which wool will become a thing. Yeah, wool and flax will exist. The thing I might do as we break through into that era would be to just relocate the settlement entirely. Like, this clearing is a pretty nice block of land. Got the river, it's got the cliffs, the hills, plenty of assorted trees. But like, could we do better? And there's so many yet untapped rocks. Need a few more knowledge. Well, a lot more knowledge, actually. Which I suppose we're just gonna get out of population. Population and more mass hunting. And okay, the dead do vanish at some point when left out in the open. We just aren't a society that digs graves. Don't worry about it. It does seem like a lot of effort. Nature will reclaim the body on its own. It just works. Sticks and logs to make tanners. Yeah, let's just go ahead and string out a bunch of additional these. Not because we're making more leather, but just to snipe another piece of knowledge. Sticks do seem to replenish naturally, so that's nice. And there's knowledge of pulses.
Your gold is always welcome here.
It's a bit early. Bit early in history to even know what that is. But someday, far descendants, people of Skingrad here, may yet appreciate. Sort of strange beyond rock. Repolished rock. Could such a thing exist? Who's to say? Okay, plenty of animals over the hill. And I have plenty of idlers. Hunt is on. Vast bounties of skin await. Perhaps someday, far descendants of the tribe will domesticate skin. Unlock the power of synthetic skin in the comfort of your home. Well, there's an idle adult, though. Get as many folks as we can out here cycling into, hey, yeah, mule. That's good eating. Not even mule, but pre-mule. Demi-mule. I can kind of approximate some work management with this. Every time I find an idle adult, just send them over to stalk an animal. Nice. Enlightening. Very wise numbers. Made it to 6 dogs. And I don't need most of these tanners running. Those were built entirely for knowledge scams. Lion. Hey, entire town. We've discovered some sort of slim bear. Someone's gonna butcher that, right? Get in there. Yeah, the dogs seem to help defensively at this point. I don't know how to get them to, like, actively follow anyone, though. They seem disinclined to join the hunt. further knowledge of skin. Using an entire sled for a single slice of cat meat? What are you doing? There's all this perfectly good skin to harvest? Alright, it's fine. The children will help. They need to learn about skin. Workload is high. Workload restored. No, of course, you're unproductive because you're a child. It is a bit weird that for the Stone Age, I have so few direct uses for stones. We've heard of stone, but yeah, what's it really for? What good does it do anyone? Oh, it's further strange that we haven't, like, gone in on mud yet. Did it really take so long for people to try to harness mud? No, right. This was my zone that has barley, and barley is a full crop, actually. Yeah, over here. Barley, emmer, einkorn. The ancient grains. The legendary one corn. Also, yeah, we're not using nearly this much frying rack. This is yet another thing that I built out a bunch of in order to hit a knowledge requirement. I can go ahead and tear a couple of these down. Likewise, those dryers. And pretty well all of the mortars and tanners. Take the log. And the leather. Yeah. Yeah, so recycle those to get a bunch of wood and miscellaneous parts back. Hopefully end up with enough skin for everyone. Astounding how many people live their lives with improper quantities of skin. Ever thinking about it? Wait, how'd I get knowledge of bone spear? Right, because I'm making more bone spears because I have the bone laying around, so I may as well. No sense letting bone go to waste. And that is more knowledge to farm. Could make a few more basic sharpened wood. a fine fallback, and sticks are abundant. Big. Although, that involves going near bears. Maybe we hold back from that until provoked. Or... 4 bears or 20 humans. Who would win? Bears are filled with lore. Defeat even a single additional bear would provide much knowledge. Understanding of bear and bear. Leave him alone for now. We'll be encroaching on all manner of territory eventually. And I still want to think about, like, where would I move the community to? Somewhere more defensible, surely. Which, like, you know, this ridge here, that would be a nice shadow. That ridge from which we still have kinda easy access to the river. This whole area is a nice open field that could be worked with. Don't know how much sprawl will be involved in ancient farming. But yeah, we could set up some manner of palisade along there. Hook these rocks together. Standing bear. Okay, just idle standing bear. Not has noticed a human and is closing in standing bear. Bears are way off over there. Bear is a creature highly protective of its skin. That is the mark of a powerful being. Amlore. Oh, these stats are like unified. A little bit. Number of workers is per zone, but cap to work towards is global. Yeah, so logging is stopped because we have plenty of log. We're able to bring in some skin, but there's a definite skin shortage. Bear is encroaching. If they stay on this side of the hill, if they don't cross the hill, right, that's what's going to be eating into the skin supply, is maintaining the tents. If only we could build homes out of anything other than skin. Alas, the crime is unsolvable. Okay, bears peacefully walked past defenseless human dragging a sled full of meat. Bear aggression level seems low. Current bear threat index moderate. May as well make another sled. These are leather work. And leather is present. Let me get a team together. I was thinking those deer, but now they're very far away. There must be some more close by supply. Skin. Going for cave bear with an axe and a knife. Alright, here we go. First wave has arrived. Contact with bear. Success.
Bear is known.
Bear is known.
Caved bear. A bear from cave.
You see, that was its fatal mistake. It left the cave. This is not cave. This is land.
Land bear is not nearly as safe as cave bear. And here we are, converting bear to skin bear.
Yes. The last of the bear phases. Ah, Emmett is dead. Emmett fought well. Dying to secure skin for a new generation.
Noble.
What all great elders should aspire to. Now, will either of those young bear manage to escape?
It's almost ideal if bear does escape, isn't it? Adult bear has more skin to get.
Yeah, but we could have skin now.
That is true. You gotta consider long-term profit or short-term.
Or immediate supply of skin.
Yes. That's understandable. I can
Young
see
bear is more skin than none bear.
Also true.
Now, if we could defeat the owlbear...
Concerning.
What is the largest bear? Nearly figured out this whole cereal thing. Could open a lot of doors. I mean, it's over there. We know what cereal is. That's edible. But there has to be a better way. Get up in the morning, hike to the far side of the mountain ridge to scrounge for cereal grains to crush. Make a fresh bread. What if?
Perhaps. Bread is a noble goal. What a fantastic climate to dry food in.
By just leaving it out in the open air, in the damp.
Yeah. That's perfectly safe. That's completely fine.
You see, when the rain falls, that will pull the moisture out of the meat and bring it to the ground.
That is just smart. That's dawn of man science right there.
That's some quality magic.
Absolutely.
That's the riddle of meat.
Mm-hmm. That's how meat works. When you get meat, all you gotta do is make it dry. That's it.
Just leave it out, but not on the ground. Ground is where damp comes from.
Exactly.
Look at the river. It's the lowest part of the ground, and that's where all the damp is.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at the mountain. It's the highest part of the ground, and there is no damp here.
Yeah, it's just cold and dry up there. What the hell?
Damp is the heaviest element.
Yes. What about the rain, though? That makes perfect sense, actually, when you think about it. That's damp that's trapped somewhere else, and it's going back to where it's supposed to, on the ground.
Yes. That is damp returning to equilibrium after it was stolen by the sun.
Exactly.
The first of our delics has passed.
Oh no.
As depicted.
Dog.
With it was just kind of laying around and then abruptly honked and fell down.
Accurate.
As you do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, speaking of dogs, so every single thing about how this game has presented itself implies basically that you're taking care of all this stuff on Doggerland, which is a geographical location that no longer exists, or rather is under the ocean now.
Yes,
because
it is
it
a
was a very
landmass
low-
that was exposed by the Ice Age and the lower sea levels therein.
Yeah. In a weird way, too, because it was involved tectonic, whatever it's called, the one where it was actually being pushed up by the weight of ice on the crust. It was a very weird thing, but as that melted, not only did it get submerged by a lot of water, if it was just that, fair amount of it actually would still be there, but because it was also being disproportionately raised by the weight of ice being around on Great Britain and stuff, and other parts of the northern hemisphere, it actually sunk more than basically every other part of Europe.
Yes, by the crushing weight of damp, the heaviest
Exactly.
element, so powerful it can lift the earth.
Exactly. This is just all making sense.
These are the two natural underpinning principles of nature. The opposing polarities of damp, which is low and heavy and everywhere, and hot, which is very far up and all in a single spot. All hot comes from the sun.
Yes. And fire.
Which, of course, has its arch rival, the moon, which is damp.
Yes.
It embodies damp, projects damp.
The moon.
The ongoing battle between sun and moon.
And there you go. That's where rain also comes from. That's it, raining damp down upon us.
Some rain is captured water, which, was imprisoned when hot launches raids against the damp, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's escaping back out. Sometimes... So, that's the good rain. That's pleasant, warm rain. That's rain that was successfully captured by the hot.
Yes.
Bad rain is when the damp's armies are returning from pillaging the sky.
Absolutely. Yep. 100%.
Which, of course, is in its most powerful form during the winter, when you have the snow. When the damp is geared up for war, when the damp has become sharp. Snow and ice, and we missed a bear. One surviving bear. $15 though. Hey, cereal. Let's rethink everything.
Grains.
Hold on though. What if we put plant in our dirt? It could grow in any dirt.
What do you put
There's dirt
to
right
make
here.
plant? Yeah, there's dirt right there, but what makes the plant?
It's a good question.
Okay, I've got an idea. What if we took the entire plant?
Just throw it all in there and see what sticks.
Yeah, just move it, Just shove it in there.
Let's try this out. Do we even have any barley samples? We'll find out. And then let's see, cost of tech in this era. Yeah, it's 7s again for everything, and then 20 to break forward into yet further strange frontiers of science.
Mm-hmm.
Thatch is next.
What is metal? I don't get it. We'll
Some
never know.
rocks are weird colors, and that's strange and frightening.
I only like my rocks to be one color. Rock. That's it.
All these weird, uneven rocks.
Rocks with bits on them. Ugh. Look at that. Look at that. We're putting stuff in the ground. Wild.
Plants in dirt. Think about it.
Einkorn.
The one corn.
Singular corn.
Could there be a second corn, though?
Impossible. This is the only one.
The only one we've seen.
The only one there is.
The only one we've managed to capture. Let's see, on its own, that gives us... Yeah, just the planting fields themselves, and with it, the reliable source every year of of grain and straw. Means it's time for the straw graph. Yeah. Numbers. Numbers have been invented. There's none.
Yeah.
Small. Big.
Wait, what was that first one?
Huh?
I think you said something. You said one, right? One. There's one, small, and big.
That's the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the knowledge per milestone picks up as we get further.
I'm assuming you start to gain knowledge much, much quicker as it goes further, because that's just kind of how, like, learning works.
Yes. There's more things
It
to
is
learn
something
about.
exponential. Yeah.
It worked.
What?
Barley in your home.
This is insane. We don't have to go out for it?
We could just have it here.
Why weren't we doing this forever? What do we even need bear for?
Well, skin. These don't have skin.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
But what if we put a small amount of bear in the ground?
I'm gonna ask them this
Could
then.
you grow skin?
Dude, yeah, that. Or is there skin on these?
Can plants have skin?
It's a question. Trees have skin.
What
a
is
bark
this? What the hell is this?
What?
Human, what have you brought into... Huh? Huh?
Is this? Is
What?
this plant skin? Right here? Why is it threads?
No, this couldn't be plant. This has to be some sort of meat.
Hmm.
Some sort of thin, wispy fiber meat.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
We'll take a sample. Just gonna look at it. Think about it. And of course, basic wood tools are worth fuck all. Have some flint then. Got that barley though. And alright, we are feeling the effects of having this larger population. It would take a lot more violence to keep a meat supply running.
Yeah. Meat is very inefficient. Plant. Now that's efficient.
Although we do still need more skin.
Yes. Meat's more of a bonus at this point. We're after that good skin money. So we can trade for more of that wisp skin. The smooth skin. I wonder if they get that from the ocean.
Is that the skin of damp?
It might be. What's an ocean?
What is an ocean? think the remaining idlers there are all children. Yeah, we have a lot of children. Yeah, we'll need to get a sense of just how much raw footprint is needed in order to provide food for 30 humans. Because, what if... the harvest carries such potential. Also want to turn up our fishing ambitions here. May as well try to supplement things best I can there. In pursuit of fish. Family of lions. Maybe cancel that new fishing set. The one that's infested with lions. Let's not go there yet. Okay, adequate wave of hunting. We'll have skin for a while. First time I've stopped and looked at the village from this direction. Quite handsome. Some of our houses are in complete states of disrepair. The harvest! Rain has occurred. Alright, so we're gonna get like a plant per tile. And yeah, each plant goes to 1 flower, each flower goes to 2 bread. Then all that straw shows up. The future. So, thatch. Weaving, we need either flax or sheep figured out, I would say. Or that actually will do anything for us. But what thatch will do is free us of skin. What if you could make a building entirely out of wood? And some mud? What if we had a way to extract mud? What if we let these old buildings fall down, freeing up all manner of skin, use elsewhere? Yeah, the storage tents I can upgrade in place. These are all in a fine enough place to be. They're near all the productive stuff.
Okay.
This brave new world of thatching.
Agriculture started convergently, basically in a number of different places around the world, all centered around fertile floodplains. So, around the Nile, around the Tigris and Euphrates, around the Indus River Valley, and a number of other places as well. It's something that was not necessarily shared with people. It was shared, basically just discovered at roughly the same time in a lot of different locations.
Yes.
And around the Yangtze River, yeah. And what was the other one? There's 2 rivers around China where it became discovered. Not discovered.
Alright, so mud harvest is high priority.
Xiantang, I think? Whatever. There's 2 important Chinese rivers, actually, not just the Yangtze.
Before the season is out, we will have built an entire home without the use of skin.
Incredible. Absurd.
Just somebody get that mud. Anybody. Mud. Mud priority is high.
Can someone mud? Mud me up.
We will conquer the damp.
I'm assuming Nordichico also was probably one of the first places where agriculture, popped up, because that was a really, really old civilization. But I don't think it was one specific river that was necessary for that, and that was a coastal area to start with. Probably like 50 different rivers in that case. Especially since it was in Peru.
What is this, though? Is this plant skin?
Oh, what the hell is this? This shit is soft.
Where did you find this?
This doesn't make any sense.
What creature is made of this? Now, one could say that ordering every single home dismantled on the verge of winter. One could say things about that. Anyone harvesting the mud, though? Yes, we have tapped lightly into the mud zone. Some mud is entering the system. Some people have no warm clothing. Well, maybe some people should be gathering more mud.
Yeah. Why not wear the mud as clothing?
Just wrap your body in a protective layer of mud.
Exactly. That'll keep you warm. The damp is famously good at not sapping away your heat.
Once you've been covered in the mud, the damp will think you're one of its own.
Exactly. Mud is us using... Mud is absolutely us using the damp for our own ends.
We have domesticated the damp. Knowledge of mud. Knowledge from mud. Alright, the first hut is now actually being assembled. Let's see how many people can actually live in this thing.
It's a mud hut. Should be able to support a pretty decent number.
Probably.
That's stable.
Let's find out. From a baseline
They'll keep
of
on it.
skin tent was worth 3 people.
Yes.
What do you got, mud hut?
Creators of this game just watched a primitive technology video and decided to just put that animation in the game.
4.
Ah, there you go.
Slightly better.
I bet it also requires less upkeep.
Probably. Or, upkeep in the form of sticks and mud and straw.
Which is way cheaper than Skin House.
than entire skins
Mm-hmm.
from real animals.
As opposed to entire skins from fake animals.
Yes. Like this Linan that the trader keeps trying to convince us exists somewhere.
Foolish. I really think that we're gonna fall for that. We haven't seen one of them. We've seen a lion. Do they mean that it's a lion skin? It wasn't even at all like that, though.
Lions don't have skin remotely like that.
Yeah.
Will I have to move this skull pole? Nah. Nah, skull pole is fine where it is. Yeah, that's what'll mark the limits of the community here. Like, well, where skull pole is, skull poles are. That's where we can, like, put a hearth. That's a natural gathering point around the skull pole. Yeah, we eventually, well, actually, yeah, relatively soon gain knowledge of monuments. Nothing in the way of burial customs, nothing in the way of primitive religion. I had a woodcutting zone somewhere around here. Some trees had been marked for death. Pretty sure. Could always just go for more. Need to make room for more of this farming.
Whatever this is all about. I mean, it's good. It's weird, though.
Undeniably weird. Yeah, so housing rebuild is the thing to do with this season.
Just shift entirely over to mud.
Immediate radical embracing of mud tech.
Nothing radical about that. Everything I've seen about mud tech is that it's really efficient and really smart. Just moving forward with new ideas every day.
Alright, that totem is kind of in the way. It can kind of be worked around. Everything HUD related is top priority. Hmm. I wonder if any creatures go extinct as you move through the ages. There
Maybe?
has been no sign of wool rhino since a good time ago. Didn't really get to eat any of them. It's a damn shame.
I bet they weren't that good. You know how strong one of those things are? No, because we never fought it.
I'm not sure if we actually got to recover much in the way of skin from taking down the old tents here. And actually, wait, yeah, if we're creating a neighborhood over here, we may as well clear these trees. Mud supplies providing a bottleneck.
Hmm. Need a
Dip
better
into
source of
the
mud.
next river. Plenty of mud there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the branch. There's some high mud potential. We can put fire in the hut. Has it become too powerful?
Harnessing fire like this.
Fire in your own home? Around your children?
Is that permissible? Is that okay?
Have we
Are we
gone
allowed to
too
do
far?
that?
Or not far enough?
Can we use fire for more?
Is there anything we haven't put in fire yet?
Skin and fire has happened, for certain. What about grain and fire?
What about rocks in fire?
No. That's too much. We can't do that yet.
But what if?
You're getting close to the sun here. You're getting close to the damp.
To the damp sun.
Yes.
That is the great tragedy of the cosmos, that damp and heat are inseparably intertwined.
Actually, zero difference between damp and the sun, and that's just a miserable thing to realize.
Now, that's the kind of radical talk that gets you banished. Go become a strange mountain hermit.
Mm-hmm. One day they'll realize you're... just the things you've discovered are so important. One day.
Perhaps we had some sort of law against storing heat and damp in the same building.
Maybe.
To avoid collisions.
Law. I like the sound of that.
Some sort of penalty agreed upon by the community
Yeah.
to any who would disrupt the balance.
An important hot damp balance.
Seems like a necessary measure to keep the village from getting cursed. Humans.
What?
Humans.
Excuse me?
Foreigners.
What?
Bandits.
Ones who aren't trading?
Brigands.
What are we gonna do with it? They're across the river. How can we deal
They
with that?
wear the strange non-skin. They can't be trusted.
Impossible.
Ape has killed ape.
Ape has killed ape. We take their non-skins for ourselves, right?
Maybe? Korak is dead.
2 lives for 1. This was profit.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
We should claim their skin for our own. This strange paraskin. This unskin. But how? What is it, though?
Maybe we have to figure out what it is first before we can claim it.
We must decode this magic. We're alright after giving it a cursory look over. It's some sort of composite material.
It's made of different skins?
You can approximate a with many, many lines. Take a
Lines
thread
of what, though?
and fold it back across itself. Over and over again.
Yeah, but what is it, though?
What is it? How can that happen?
The science makes sense. The magic of making one of these that's understandable. But
Where
from
did
what?
it come from?
Exactly. Who did this?
Now, according to our current estimations, the magic necessary to do this is extremely tedious and time-consuming, so it's understandable that creating such an artifact may have driven them to madness in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Warm season, planting time. Looks like bread supply held up during the winter. And we've almost finished the hut rebuild. Yeah, gonna go up to 40 capacity for a bit. Also, why are you demanding an entire log? What are you up to? Ah, yes, it is actually, we don't need hearths anymore. You can just put fuel in the buildings. I could decommission these. Keep one around as like a social center. Here by the skull pole. Poor gold, why are you sad? Well, 70-year-old man out in the sun, stabbing dirt with a stick. Understandable, I suppose. Perhaps he knew Korak. Didn't we all know Korak?
He was alright. I didn't hate him.
Tools are abundant, clothing is present. Disease continues to exist sometimes. Life goes on. Yeah, we got our housing capacity back. Plenty of hut for everyone. We have some very old dogs. Workload is too high? No, population is too low. Let's find more people. Look at all these useless children who could be hauling logs. The kids these days, they don't know what it used to be like. Living big in their mud huts, they've gone soft. They don't remember what it was like to get skin.
Well, we need
You
to
had
still
to earn
get
skin. You had to fight every step of the way for each sheet.
Yeah, it's true. I appreciate the layout, however, of mod homes.
Fine community.
Mm-hmm. Now I've got an idea. All right. What if Mud House, but bigger, and also there's only one of them?
Hmm,
Oh wait, what is this?
that is a thought, but
What is that? What's this animal? This weird woolly horned animal?
alright, so how do you think, try to rationalize how this will be described by this trader who's coming back once again to meet with the team. Just like, okay, I have all this stuff that I'm willing to trade, or if you give me like a dozen spears, I will explain the riddle of goats.
Here's how you go. All right.
That is a lot, though.
That's extremely expensive. Yeah.
I think we'd rather just figure it out on our own.
Mm-hmm.
This goat thing, whatever it is. Oh, but a different trader has arrived. Nope, same trader. Different trader? Why do I have two notifications about trader has arrived? Yes, we keep the workload running high for now. All the planting is done, though. Could demand a quick hunt. Trader has arrived. Hello. Yes, you're still here. Hi. There you are. Going door to door, asking if anyone would like to understand goats.
We still don't even know what one of those is. How do we know that they're telling the truth about goats?
Why would we let an additional animal just loiter around the community? We already have these and they don't do anything. They're just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, workload is high because I've crash built all these new things. It'll even out eventually. And I guess we did end up recovering some skin. There is skin in storage again.
That's good news.
Alright, so further things to gain knowledge of. I guess we go for flax. Flax or sheep would be similarly distant. Although on the other hand, meat. We figured out how to put plant just in the dirt nearby, convenient home dirt.
Hold on a second. Flax, though. What if that's the secret?
Is flax wool?
Is
Does
flax
flax skin?
Is flax linen? This linen? Could it be?
What is the then? Food hut, distinct from regular storage hut.
Yes.
Instead of just keeping the food on the same pile as everything else, put it over here. Elevated from the ground and thus protected from the damp. New storage hut, quite big. Quite large, that's plenty of space there. But what is a goat?
You think we'll ever know?
We could capture a wild animal. Instead of destroying it entirely, bring it home? Destroy it later? Now what qualifies as goat? Which of the many creatures around us is the proto-goat? It's Ibex. It's young Ibex.
Checks out?
Well, steal these children.
Smart. They won't need those.
Alright, so we've created the Weavar. where we can perform the ritual to turn thread into skin. Yish? Skin-esque?
Almost skin?
Pseudo-skin. Unskin. And then, of course, once you have that, all
Demi-skin.
skin logic holds up for how to convert that into wearable clothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll just tear down these other two basic crafting huts, and then this will become more space usable for other development buildings. So in this era, we will learn of sheep and of hog. Is anyone going to attend these tasks? Perfectly good goat here. We need to decrypt them. We need to figure them out.
Go.
Someone go ensorcel those goats. Our goal is dead.
So it goes.
There he is. There he was. Returned to the damp.
He will be returned one day. From the damp, he might rise again.
Survived by his bone harpoon.
Ooh. Useful.
Okay, who is out here failing to capture these ibex? Some very hungry people who I'm going to instruct to retrieve the animal alive. Go.
Go. We figured it out. So this is a goat.
The wild radical discovery of, hey, you know that thing we do to like feed small children, turns out everything else does that too? It's wild.
Weird. Yeah.
Knowledge of 100 breads.
It's a lot of breads.
Oh, right, though. Now I need animal houses.
Hmm.
Now that we've granted these creatures knowledge of dry and damp, they're irrevocably part of the human world. They fall under the laws. Managed to get both goats.
In a way, it's kind of a shame to have to awaken them like this, you know? Do animals deserve to know about dry and damp?
Their innocence forever lost.
Mm-hmm.
No idea how they'll respond to not having housing. Probably just be fussy. Wherever they are. Calling the animals in our village domesticated is still a bit of a stretch. They've been lightly socialized and kept track of. They're in orbit of the village.
Yeah.
They gravity the village. Hey, there's a woolly rhino. They live.
Good work, y'all.
That's perfectly good skin.
And it's not using it. I mean, may as well grab it, right?
Yeah. And then
What's
we
a
could think
woolly
about
rhino gonna need?
catching
Skin.
even more ibex. Just human things. Now, how many animals will be able to live in just the one stable? How many goat can you stack in a single mud structure? I don't need as many storage huts when the individual storage huts are much larger. Here selling knowledge of sheep. The premium animal.
It's like Goat Plus.
Yeah, not gonna bother sharpening any more wood, since they aren't of use as a trade good. All the flint tools are pretty noticeable resale value. Flint and bone. Wood, though, that's just, yeah, anyone can do that.
That's a shame. Sharp wood is good stuff. You'd think it
Yeah,
would be
but
more popular.
it's not scarce.
Yeah, I
Everyone has
suppose.
sharp wood.
Go down to the next village and everyone, their kid has a piece of sharp wood.
That's just how things are these days.
Mm-hmm.
In this strange new mud age.
I miss the skin days.
There was something noble about skin.
Yeah.
Skin gave purpose. You could just know right away that if you surrounded yourself in more skin, you would be warmer. Skin kept something else warm right up until you shot it.
It's just smart.
Well, no, I don't need this hut yet. Tables are happening. As we learn of the 100th bone. The last piece of the puzzle to understand the sheep.
The extra bone of the sheep.
That one's the sheep bone. Which
Incredible.
wild creature becomes sheep? Have we even seen a sheep-like entity anywhere? What creature exists that is a sheep analog? Not hog. It's not bull. Or bison. What are sheep? Is it some sort of small rhino?
Can you turn a rhino into a sheep?
Can we add more hair to a deer?
Just smart.
Are we sure it isn't dogs again?
It might be dogs again, honestly.
Dogs have hair. And just sort of leave it everywhere. Space for 10 animals. somebody administer the goats. Wherever they are, put them in storage. Need to keep a lookout for whatever animal is proto-sheep.
Well, all things considered, it probably should just be goat again. Like, I know that that's weird that ibex would turn to goat and then into sheep, but that is more or less what a sheep is.
Goat variant.
Yeah.
Custom goats. Is it Mouflon? Mouflon.
Mouflon.
Where are your children?
Can we kidnap...
Start a family so we can steal it. Mammoth, though.
Now that's the good stuff. Look at how much skin is on that thing.
The largest meat. There it is.
No better.
Is that a sheep?
Maybe.
Big sheep. Someday. Alright, new people are showing up, and we need more flint. Probably learned how digging for rocks could be of benefit to anyone, living or dead. Alright, 3 of our goats have successfully entered storage. 4 of our goats. Goat is known. What do we feed them, though?
They're goats.
What does anything other than us eat?
I don't know, maybe we should just try stuff.
Better not be skin.
If it's skin, we stop this immediately.
That is the sign we've gone too far.
Yeah.
Oh hey, there's a... Alright, well no, that's a wolf being opportunistic and joining... That's a criminal, that's a thief.
Is it acceptable, though?
Maybe. Will it leave the skin? As long as it understands that skin is for people, we may be able to reach some sort of agreement. Well, materials are abundant. It's been a mostly adequate year. Need more labor, though.
Wood is abundant, and there's no problems with that, but we don't have enough people to work with that. Hmm.
Bison attack. Who has been wounded by bison? Seems to have resolved itself. Okay, Wolf, you're there, and you're enjoying this bison. Now, in exchange, how about I steal your children?
That seems like a fair trade.
That seems fair. Yeah, I think we divert to mining. Until we can find a sheep small enough to heist. So what's the breakdown of our goat population? 2 male, 4 female. Makes sense. Ah, they eat the straw. Alright, good. We have that, just laying around.
Finally, a use for straw.
You know, other than building our homes.
Yeah. A use for straw.
Finally. A real use for straw. We have no flint. At least that's because we have many knives.
Which means you have a lot of flint, you've just been using it properly.
We have no raw flint.
Yeah.
Yeah, mining is the next knowledge to unravel here.
Mining.
But we need rocks.
Is that digging but harder?
What if we gave up too soon collecting rocks from these rocks? What if there's more rocks underneath?
Yeah, I'd check that.
Turgzor is dead.
Rest in peace, Turgzor. Return to the dam.
But if I build another storage hut... Build more granaries. Yeah, build at least one near the river to be good fish storage. Near the river and the drying rack. Which also then puts it near the homes. Yeah, now that the initial flood of thatch work is over. Now it's sensible. Just go ahead and throw the rest of those together. Now goats exist.
Crazy. Get that beverage meal.
Food and drink is the same?
Food and drink is the same.
We could start to sell off the old leather outfits, which already weren't great. Tanning kind of ruined what skin was all about.
Yeah,
We can agree in retrospect that tanning was a mistake.
probably.
No one is going to miss tanned skin. Skin Classic is where it was at, always.
That rawhide. All about that raw skin movement.
Alright, so what is the nearest, like, flint deposit that we could be tapping into now with this mine? Is there anything better than that one? This one? No, that's... It might just be that one, though. It's here on the river. Pretty convenient.
River's always convenient. Always, pretty much always a good idea. I don't know why they wouldn't be, you know?
Keep an eye out for another. Yeah, there's the other one on top of the hill there. But where else has there been, like, real flint? And not just scraps of flint. Alright, across the river, that's where things get weird, frightening. This is why we stay on our side. That land is cursed. That's haunted.
Yeah. River's haunted. Or at least the riverbank is. That's where those raiders came from. The ones with the weird, strange skin.
Well, we started to understand that now.
Strange skins that they were wearing.
The unskin is becoming less of a mystery.
Yeah. Well, we kind of get it, but it's still weird.
Very weird. But no longer a mystery.
Right.
Survive another winter. Time to start planting. Yeah, there's the mining supplies. Most of them, at least. Yeah, all of them. There you go. I suppose with that in mind, I could just go ahead and throw down a friendly stone zone here. Start quarrying all these nearby rock.
Good old-fashioned stone zone.
Cutting edge technology. Alright, so throughout this year, we need to be on the lookout for sheep. Somewhere in all of nature, there is a sheep that we can steal.
A tiny baby of sheep.
This one adult male mouflon is still out here. Where is your family? Did we eat them? We probably ate them.
Probably.
Why haven't you found a new family? Come on, get a move on. We really want custody of such a lazy animal. We may have to import a sheep.
Maybe. Sheep might be more, harder than we thought.
Goat is known. Goat is also free to wander around the village as it pleases. Naturally. As always, dog knows the optimal place to nap is directly in the path of the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Just lay itself
Smart.
directly in the skin dryer. Keeps it safe. There does seem to be a bit of misery about. I could stand to install more totems.
Stuff that is good to look at.
Yeah.
That's probably smart, yeah.
A place to contemplate skin. Mouflon family. Here we are.
Finally. Time to steal children.
All of their children are male. Goats, you had one job. Non-goats.
Goat adjacent. Goat 2. The sequel to Goats.
You're supposed to be the sequel to Goat. How do you fail to even aspire to that? Just need to locate any sheep. Well, wait, were those? There's Mufflin. Assemble a team. We need to steal those sheep. Come on, somebody. Whatever you thought you were up to, it's not as important as securing these sheep. We managed to steal one of the other sheep. That's a start. Sheep. Source of wool.
Wool. Wall.
Well.
Well.
Further data extracted from fish.
Fish are full of information, huh? More than you'd think.
There's much to be learned from fish. I don't really need wild plant areas anymore. Till such time as I'm, like, domesticating other things. We figured out ground plant, but... is that all there is? The three plants that are known to exist. Grain, grain, and grain. Sheep heist was successful. We've attained animal control. Yep, we have sheep now, so that's... we have a fabric. Bridge, though. Could we attain a greater power? Such a mastery of nature. Can we traverse the damp? Where can we traverse the damp? Terrifying act of radical architecture. An untold wonder. 8 logs.
Incredible.
Imagine.
That's so much log. What are they even going to use all that log for?
Is anyone really ready? Aya wasn't ready. Died of shock upon witnessing bridge. Have we gone too far? But not far enough. We am play gods. Yet, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
This can't be undone. We can't put the damp back in the bottle.
It's impossible.
Sheep. Friend of dog. York is dead.
Rest in peace. Gah.
All of the cave names are top tier.
Mm-hmm.
This very powerful Stone Age nomenclature. Morale does seem to be a bit of a sticking point among the current populace. Several people are miserable at any given time, and that's weird. Wasn't like this in the Skin days. Everyone knew what they stood for.
Mm-hmm.
But has raised too many questions about what it even means to be alive. Are we alive anymore, these mud days? Alright, you don't need gathering zones. For the proper mines, you just control them directly. Idleness can't be what's upsetting people. They're constantly overworked. No one is bored. Always more things to do. The bridge, isn't it? Everyone's worried about what could happen if we dare defy the damp by crossing it with lumber.
I don't know if it's okay to do that or not. I don't think it is.
No one's even tried to start building it yet. There's concerns, rightful concerns. This strange new era, we're sending people across the damp on artificial land made of wood. Sending people under the ground to find the secret rocks.
Terrifying.
And you know, if we have the bridge, how will kids learn to swim if they're just walking across the bridge all the time?
Yeah.
What happens if somebody falls in?
They never come back out, I guess.
I mean,
Right?
it's one thing to enter the damp from the side, then you have the bank, you have the gradual introduction. But if you were to be at the center of it, at the heart of it, and just immediately plunge fully into the damp, we don't know what could happen. Such an impact, such an abrupt immersion, saturation. Wait though, what if the damp wants this? What if it wants us to get familiar? To grow arrogant? Trying to lure us into serving its purposes with offerings of wood. What's next? Do we put stones in the river? Do we give the river skin?
Never.
Where does it end?
We would never give the river skin.
Alright, so another bit of farming can be put in the field over there. And in anticipation of that, go ahead and throw down granary. Well, there it is. We've done it, and look, people are already refusing to engage it. Stuck in the old ways. Everyone is skeptical of Bridge. Who does Bridge really work for? Mass protests at the opening of Bridge. No, wait. Early adopter? No! No, oh, well, you're just here for a drink. Will anyone dare to use the bridge? The children. The children do not fear the bridge. Look, we even put up a totem next to the bridge. The ancestors are definitely okay with this. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There, Mare gets it. Bridge is harmless. Bridge is friend. For Bridge, we can unite beyond the damp. Bridge is a tool to ease the collection of skin. Bridge is a little weird and picky about where it will let itself be built. The science is not yet settled. Many strange esoteric concerns surround bridge making. Four lions. Five lions. This is how you hunt a lion. Just run up and hit it with an axe.
Yes. The axe just works.
People aren't wearing skin anymore. All this perfectly good skin clothing going to waste. See how you like that, then. Your wish is granted. No more skin for anyone. Skin's not for clothing anymore. That's the old fashion. Tag is dead. Unmade by lions. There's nothing crazy about this. This is, in fact, perhaps one of the most sensible inventions we've devised. This was an engineering problem, not a gap of knowledge. Of course there's damp under the ground. That's where it goes. What it is. The question was always how to dig a hole deep enough to pierce the damp. Just hacking away at a lion with a scythe. As you do. Alright, so megaliths are our currency for making fancy monuments. The tune of a rock, a single rock stand, or a full henge. Actually, no, not that one. There, a closer big rock somewhere. Yeah, this one. The one we can reach thanks to bridge. Now, have any of my sheep managed to produce wool yet? Wool happening? We may need to fall back on some reserve skin clothing. There it is. Water on demand. Water near your home. Not in your home. We keep fire in the home. We keep water outside, in the ground, where it belongs. Or will they not bother to collect megaliths unless I've placed demand for a big rock? Now, one could say that selling all the warm clothing on the verge of winter was a decision made. Such are the times we live in. Besides, houses are warm now. Fire is everywhere. If you need warm clothing, stop by the skin pile and make your own. Look, Yurik here doesn't even need warm clothes. He's just stopping by to make more for the community. Any of you could have done the same. If you really need to be warmer, just stand near a dog. Dogs are available in most parts of the settlement. Also good, there's understanding here of the technology of how did people move big rock? It's big. How big thing go from here to not here? It's fine. People figured it out. Big Rock is ready to move. There goes Akin. And, okay, good. Multiple people can work together. Get this going a little faster. Many old women can pile in to keep dragging this giant stone slab into the village. This makes sense. This is consistent. Ours is a community of many powerful grandmas.
Beep.
Yeah, not depicted there. There should be someone, so that should be rolling across the top of the logs, and then someone grabs each log that escapes from the back and brings it around to the front. Primitive conveyor belt. There it is. Big rock. We found one. We brought it home. It lives here now. It's bigger than a regular rock. And the log stayed around. A log stayed around. Helpful. We must protect this. The others out there, they will envy our rock. They'll try to claim it. We must keep watch over the rock. Remain vigilant. In this age of new stone. That's it. That's the new stone. We found it. What is prestige, though? What does that do? Our houses are providing prestige. Big Rock and our various other religious monuments providing prestige. What's that for? Might attract more migrants? But what's important here is we have Big Rock. I mean, you could go to your house, but what about Big Rock? Just look at it. Look at it. How can you feel anything but optimism for the future of the community when we have Big Rock?
Big Rock is good stuff.
Big Rock is watching. Big Rock is listening. Broke a sled. Need to replace sleds every so often. There we go. He gets it. Look at the size of this rock. Just in time. Sheep are ready. Sheep has entered state. That's how wool works. And of course, there will always be a place for the classics, like Skullpole. Have you heard about Big Rock? Next time. Dawn of Rock.
Rock.